All right, folks, welcome to another exciting, or maybe not so exciting, episode of Shipwrecked with Pirate Stew.
Hi, I'm Princess Morgan.
And you wanted to talk about like things from our childhood that like they don't have anymore, right?
Yes, it's crazy how the rules change. I don't even know what the age are for child seats now, because you have to be facing forward in a car seat until you're like 12. But
well, I try to face forward in my car seat, even to this day.
Facing backwards is like for the first like 3 years of your life. I don't know. The rules are kind of crazy. But yeah, there are all kinds of things that we did when we were kids that...
Like one of my favorites is jarts. I love jarts. We used to go out in the summertime all the time when we'd throw jarts, and it was great fun.
Jarts are.
The jarts, the big like lawn darts. That they had a little yellow plastic circle that you would put down on the ground on each end.
Did they have like sharp, pointy points?
Well, they weren't razor sharp, but yeah, I can't believe you don't know what jarts are. I'll put a picture of jarts up here, but they were like this long, and they had a big metal tip, and then they had either a red or a blue set of fins on them, and then a little stick handle, and you would throw them in the air. They would go, and then they would land in the yellow circle if you were good. If not, they'd land outside, and you scored. It was like horseshoes, but with lawn. They were called lawn darts, jarts, and supposedly they took them off the market because too many people got killed from getting hit in the head with a lawn dart. I don't really know. I've never seen a story where somebody actually had a lawn dart like lodge in their head.
So it's one of our
I think it's total myth.
So, well, we could be like myth busters, and you could stand out there, and I could get a jar, and I could throw it.
Yeah, but when we tested that, see if we tested on a melon or a pumpkin, it would definitely stick in a melon or a pumpkin.
Yeah, that's why we should use your head as the experiment.
No, not to use my head. My head's too hard. It'd never work. But so, yeah, I'm just not convinced that lawn darts being taken off was really such a hazard. But you can't find them anymore. I don't even think that you're allowed to sell them on like eBay or anything because
probably
they're so dangerous.
There are a lot of things. I really loved, we got them from a pizza place, Shakey's Pizza, when we were little. They were the big...
Shakey's also pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, Shakey's.
And you could watch them make the pizza. It was really fun. Yeah. They always had people playing banjos and stuff. But those like big glass ball things.
The clackers.
The clackers.
Yeah, now see, those things they took off the market again because they were supposed to be so dangerous. People were losing eyeballs left and right because...
Eyeballs?
Because they were glass, right? So for you younger people, clackers were like two glass balls about the size of a kiwi fruit, right? Or a small plum. And then they were attached on a string, and then at the top of the string was usually like a metal washer that you would hold on to, and you would go like this, and they would go back and forth, and they would bounce, and they'd make a big clacking noise, and the idea was to keep them going like that. So maybe I'll see if I can find some video of clackers. But supposedly they would shatter with such force that they would people would end up with shards of glass in their eye. Again, I don't know of anybody that I never saw a broken, busted clacker. Everybody was using them.
You could have held on one end if you would have done that.
Somebody in the head.
That's what I thought they were taken away from because there's lots of people.
Well, I've used them, and if you get them off, and they would come down and hit your wrist or your thumb knuckle or something like that. It hurt.
Yeah,
it hurt a lot. But I don't know that anybody ever got lost an appendage or something from them. So,
but we used to do some. I mean, we never sat in car seats or were even buckled in. I remember fighting over being on the front armrest in between my parents.
Oh, yeah, leaning out the window as a 3-year-old,
Or in the back of a truck, driving down the dirt roads.
Yeah. Well, now, see, I used to actually put my kids in the back of the truck, but we got a bench-style bus seat, right? Mm. And we bolted it down to the back of the truck, and then we put a seatbelt on chain. We chained that down to the bed of the truck, and then we could strap all 3 kids in with the seatbelt so that they were in a seat, strapped down on the back of the truck.
Yeah, well, we were just out there hanging loose when we were little.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And we had some good times. And laying in the back of the car, you know, like behind the seat in the back in that window.
Where the wind.
And taking a nap back there while they drove, yeah.
Yeah, lots of crazy stuff. Now, and then later, when I was a kid, there was this thing about Pop Rocks and eating Pop Rocks and soda.
Yes.
And how that would make you explode.
Okay, so have you ever tried it?
I may have, but I didn't explode. Another one of these things is like total BS. It was like, you know, there was this big thing about. I love those Pop Rocks. But see, this was before YouTube. Okay, if YouTube had been around, it would have been the Pop Rock Challenge.
Oh yeah,
right. And then everybody would have done it and videoed themselves like the Cinnamon Challenge or whatever, where they take a tablespoon of cinnamon and then it all comes flying out their nose and stuff. But if they'd had YouTube around when they had the Pop Rocks, I don't think you can buy Pop Rocks anymore either.
I've seen them in some places. I'll have to try.
If you see Pop Rocks, you should buy them because I will definitely eat them and then drink soda.
Okay. Now I've done the Mentos.
And then if I spew like soda everywhere, we'll know. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Have you ever done the Mentos?
I've done the Mentos.
I've done it in like trash cans. Have you ever eaten Mentos and then is it Dr. Pepper?
Eaten Mentos and then drink soda?
Yes.
Oh, that might kill you.
Is there like a warning on the Mentos? Do not drink soda
Don't drink soda with this.
Because I have done it in trash cans, but I don't know if anybody's ever tried to do it.
I don't think it would kill you, but it should.
Do not try these things at home.
It should. I'm sure there's a YouTube challenge of the Mentos drinking soda.
Okay, so have you done any YouTube challenges?
I actually made my own YouTube challenge, and it's on my YouTube channel, but it's like nobody watches it or does it or anything.
So what was your challenge?
My challenge was my challenge was I have my wife come in and I present her with an Employee of the Month plaque. and then see what happens.
Do not try that at home.
I challenged everybody to do it, but none of my friends were willing to do it. They all said, no way.
Yeah.
So it's such a dangerous challenge that nobody in the world is willing to do it.
I'm surprised you two didn't take it down.
Except for me. I did it. I videoed... I made up a plaque that said Employee of the Month, and I videoed me presenting it to my wife. Of course,
Okay, well, I guess the worst
was
one
just
would
like,
be
or whatever. And
saying,
she
hey,
didn't get mad,
maybe next month, if you work harder, you could get Employee of the Month. You didn't get it this month. That might not go over so well, too.
Yeah. But like I said, none of my friends would do it.
So the only challenge that I did the, doing the freezing water over you. The bucket full of ice water.
Oh yeah, but that was for the charity thing, right?
Yes, that was for the charity thing.
The ALS or something like that.
I did that one.
So you didn't do like the cinnamon challenge where you put the teaspoon of cinnamon in your mouth and no.
No, what would a teaspoon of cinnamon do?
You got to check out the cinnamon challenge. So people take a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, they put it in their mouth, and of course once you got it there, you can't swallow it. You can't do anything, and as soon as there's any air movement, the cinnamon hits your lungs and makes you cough, and then you just all the cinnamon comes flying out. Sometimes through your nose, and of course it
burns.
I'm sure it burns. So it's just one of those stupid things.
Yeah, I'm not doing that challenge.
Yeah. And then the other one, they got the stupid challenge where people get out of the car and video themselves dancing as the car is like driving, and then get back in the car before it goes too far.
Yeah, I would do that one.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Well,
if it was in a safe area.
Well, there is no safe way to do that, but it's always got the ones you watch on YouTube that are the best, are where the guy's out and he's dancing, and all of a sudden he trips over somebody's trash can that's out in the middle of the street, and he falls down, the car is taken off, and it always ends poorly. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, Yeah, there's lots of, and of course, there's all the dance challenges, right?
Yes. Are they
Now I will tell you a good challenge. Check out Eden. No, it's Tammy Cross from work. Her city in Florida, something Eden did a song challenge of REM's "Shiny Happy People." I'm sure if you Google it, it'll come up.
I do like all those challenges.
And
like
it's
the police.
like shows like they're like in a golf cart filming, and they're driving around town, and every time they go around another corner or something, there's somebody else there that's lip syncing the "Shiny Happy People" thing. It was awesome.
That is really
good job.
awesome. I think that a lot of those lip sync challenges, like the police against the police and stuff,
Right.
or teachers.
Yeah, they're entertaining.
Hilarious.
So now going back to the stupid things as a kids.
Yes.
See, I grew up when they had rolls of caps. I don't know if you can still buy rolls of caps.
Oh, yeah.
The red, remember the red rolls?
Yep.
And so we would take those, and of course they were meant to be put in a cap gun, and you pull it, and then it had a little bitty pocket of black powder that would, when you hit it, it would explode, right?
Yes.
But we would take the whole rolls and put them on the cement on the sidewalk, and then whack them with a hammer or a rock to try to get the whole roll to go off all at once. That was the
challenge.
big thing. Yeah.
I remember like stepping on them.
But
Step on 'em.
even when I was a kid, they told us that if you hit it with the hammer, the explosion from the whole roll of caps would cause the hammer to fly back up, and of course you're in there with the nail pounding part of the hammer, and so the pulling part of the hammer would fly back and hit you in the forehead and kill you.
Those things were not that.
No, they weren't. I did it lots of times. But the thing is that there was always the thing about, this thing will kill you, with all these stupid toys.
What about eating the watermelon seed? You'd end up with the watermelon.
Well, that's how women got pregnant, right? They ate the watermelon seed.
Yeah, there was some stupid stuff people did.
Well, and when you're 3 or 4 years old, when your parents tell you that the pregnant woman got pregnant because she ate a watermelon seed, it makes perfect sense as a 3 or 4 year old.
Yeah.
I mean, I believed it.
Not touching that.
Why not? It's like, I'm not eating the watermelon seeds no more. I don't want to look like that. So, and then now here I am. I look just like that. Just insulted
all the pregnant people.
I look 8 or 9 months pregnant all the time now. It's because I swallowed a damn watermelon seed.
Oh.
So that's what it was.
Yeah, life was. I think we had a lot more fun back in the day.
Yeah, but everything was supposed to have killed us.
Yeah, but we somehow survived. I mean, we drank
Pop
regular
Rocks,
milk.
Survived jards, right? We survived clackers. Survived playing with gunpowder as a child.
Oh, and we had crib beds that had the actual
They used to actually have child cages. In cities, I'll post a picture of that, or maybe I don't, probably copyrighted, but they used to have cages where at your window there was a big metal cage that would stick out.
Put your kid in there.
Yeah, and you put your kid in there so he could get sunshine and fresh air. It's supposed to be healthy for him, 30 stories up. Yeah.
I've seen those.
Yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, everything was unsafe back then, but we had fun.
Yeah. I'm surprised anybody's alive today.
And we ran around all day long, out, just free.
Yeah.
And come back at dinner time.
Yeah. Well, now it's everybody doing this.
With no cell phones, our parents couldn't.
Our grandkids come up and visit. They just hate life, especially if we tell them to put their they just won't do it. They just won't turn their cell phones on. But next time they come up, I'm going to make them, before they get here, I'm going to make them sign a thing saying this is a cell phones free zone. And if you don't agree, then you can't come up and visit. So we will never see our grandkids again.
Mean grandpa right there.
Well, I think they should. You come all the way out here. We're in the middle of cornfields and woods and stuff. You should do as the natives do and
the natives here stay on their cell phones.
Yeah, but I don't.
You're not a native.
At any rate.
Bye.
Goodbye.